Hello.
Alrighty.
The moment we've been waiting for 2.5 years.
Like literally crazy. This is crazy. It's literally, I was watching all the intro videos today to make the trailer that everyone should have seen by now. And it was just crazy, like hearing K-Pow go like, yeah, I'm back because like I love playing, and it's just crazy to see how like this little game that started in quarantine over 2 years ago has like grown so much, and it's like, oh wow. Like, or just like when we sent out the rules, like Dan going like, oh wow, so official. And I was like, oh my gosh, we didn't even have the rules pictures the last time that he played, which wasn't all that long ago. And it was just like just the crazy build up to what this is now is very exciting. This is the cast I'm most excited about over every other cast we've had. There's not a single person that I'm upset is on this list right now.
Me too. Definitely agreed. Well, it would make sense because we picked them,
but like even so, we picked the season 5 cast, and
we had a much smaller pool of people to pick from.
Exactly. Like we really got a great group of people here, and they're all really excited.
And we are lucky. We thought a lot of them would be on the fence about saying yes, and most of them said yes. So only like a few people. So
yeah.
Very
exciting. So I guess a little recap of what's going on. I had Grace on my team for season 9. Therefore, I do get the first pick for this draft. I believe our new format is I get 1, Steven, you get 2 and 3, and then we just go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so on. That's pretty much that.
Is that going to work for 18 people? Oh, yeah, never mind. Sorry, keep going.
No point system, no nothing. It is just winner takes all. This is a really, really tricky group of people to draft from, in my opinion. With season 5, we definitely had the pool of people that we knew, like, just
we're at the end.
Not due to their caliber of gameplay, but just like due to the circumstances that were going into that season, that they really didn't have a chance to win. I truly don't think there's anyone on this cast that I think doesn't have a chance to win.
Me too.
And some of those people that didn't have a chance on season 5 now, like, very much do, which is just it's very exciting. So yeah, anything else before we
I don't know how to pick.
I know exactly how I'm ready for my first pick.
Okay, you go.
Okay, I will go. So
I'm gonna be upset no matter what.
Going into season 5, we really did not have our eyes on Maeve. Maeve was like a middle of the road pick. But if we look at Maeve's placement going into season 5, it was her and James were like known as like the people. However, James was like far much more out in front. Maeve also, of the people that like were connected, there were definitely people that were far more connected with Maeve than Maeve. But the thing was, Maeve had a lot of like pre-existing inroads that she could make and like small connections. And I feel like that's almost more useful than like coming in and knowing everyone well, because I feel like that's almost just gonna like build you up to screw you later. So I think this person that I'm gonna pick is really in what I see as the Maeve position, in that they had a fantastic run on their first time, but fell just short due to a couple of circumstances that I think they now know how to like go back and like play just a little more active a little earlier on. I think they are not nearly the most socially connected person here, not even close, but I think is going to be a very likable figure and knows enough people through some minis and mafias and whatnot. I think of their season duo, the other person in it is going to make quite the bigger splash, and I think this person will be able to sit back and ride through. So I'm feeling really, really good about this pick. I'm going with none other than my first pick, Rocky.
No!
Give me Rocky, give me Rocky, give me Rocky.
Oh gosh.
I feel so good about Rocky this season. I don't know what it is. but I just feel like
he honestly probably would have been my first. He probably would have been my first pick too.
I'm just something in my gut says this is Rocky's season, and I don't know what it is, but Rocky's definitely the first member of my team.
So now I get 2. And I don't think you're going to be happy by my 2. Be free to finish. Okay, ready? Not yet.
Yes, give me 1 sec. Ready.
You could probably just get rid of them for the draft, right? No.
Oh yeah, I can do that. Fantastic.
Hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay. For this season, it's like I completely agree with you that that nobody doesn't have a chance to win. Like everyone has a chance to win, but I still think there are people that have better chances to win than other people. Obviously, that's why we're drafting, because there would be no point if not. So I look at some of these people and I go, looking at who you're currently friends with and who you currently know and how you've played in the past.
No, don't take one other person. I want to just keep going.
I don't know if you can make it there either again or for the first time to the end. That being said, I think the best strategy for picking in season 10 is to pick people who I know are very, very well connected. Someone who doesn't, I mean, everybody here has a huge name. Someone who doesn't have like the biggest name here. Someone who doesn't really have enemies going in. So that is my reasoning for my first pick. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I'm going to pick Nora.
Oh, damn. Okay. Nora would not have been my next pick, but she was in my top 3. My top 3 was Rocky, someone, and Nora. Nora's another one. I think she's gonna be really well situated. And I think looking at it, there are a couple of things to look at going into the season. One of which being the history of season 7. I believe, aside from maybe season 1, season 7 is like the most represented season across like who's played, but it's not going to be like a season 7 alliance. They're not on good terms. Most notably, Murph and Matthew. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I think Nora will be able, just like she was in season 7, I think be the glue. I think she is a very strategic player. I think, yeah, great pick. I feel good about Nora.
Oh, and I get the next pick. Okay.
Oh, no.
So going into my next pick, I'm thinking the same thing. Someone who has made connections, someone who was is known for being extremely social. Because I think that in this season, that's what it's going to take to get to the end. I think your social game this season is going to be more important than any other season, in a season where a lot of people know a lot of other people. Like, I don't think there's any, I mean, obviously nobody doesn't know someone in the season because they're coming in with a partner. But honestly, like, many people know people outside of their seasons. So it's going to be, social game is going to be most important this season. So my thought process right now is picking someone who is extremely well liked every time that they play.
No, no, I know you're gonna pick.
Has consistently, except has many. Okay, yeah, very great social game. Is the OG competition queen. So that's also going to be something that's going to be needed in this season. I'm going with Caitlin Powell for my next pick.
Okay, Caitlin was not the person I was going to take, but Another fantastic pick. I picked her right around here in season 5. And I think that Caitlyn is consistently, for making it to 5th and 6th place in 2 seasons, consistently is still underestimated because people are like, oh, she's not the best player.
Every season she comes in being underestimated.
Like, to be fair, when I think of the top strategic players, I'm gonna be real, I don't think of Caitlyn. But like we said, I don't think strategy is what's going to win this season. Because these are all strategic players. They're all going to be trying to outgame each other.
At least I think
come down to who is able to make the most and most solid alliances. And I think that
that's what I was going to say. I think that your social game is going to be very, very important for the beginning part of the game, and how you play your social game is going to set you up for the strategic portion of the game. So I'm excited to see how this plays out. Okay, now it's your turn.
To me, back to my, I still have my number 2 pick on the board. So this person, and it's jumping right back off what you said. I really think connections are going to play such a huge role in this season. And this person, I think looking at the board, just like off the bat, I would go, is the person that I think is the most connected. And that stretches through connections that they have themselves, but also then mutual connections that they have through their connections. Had this person played again directly after their most recent season, I do not think it would go well for them at all. But I really think a lot of time has passed, and shockingly, I feel like I have not heard the buzz around like, oh, this person's gonna be back, we have to take them out. They've laid out of the sequesters, they've laid out of, like, they've really made their names sparse and few and far between, while still keeping up in comments and viewing finales and keeping their name out there. And I think now it's just going to be a really well-liked figure, a really well-connected figure. And I think more than anything, is going to be a connected figure that knows when to cut connections as well. And I think that's key. You took one member of season 5. I'm going with Alex. I'm taking the other half.
Good pick. Yeah, strong pick. I agree. Okay, yeah, I really agree. I think looking at this, so I came in and I was like, every pick is a good pick. But now I'm looking at who's left and I'm like, oh, I'm scared to pick them, you know? But I think Alex definitely could have been my next pick. Very social again. Strategic, has that, yeah, you can cut people when he knows they need to be cut, won't like ride with someone for too long if it's not good for him. I think that was a really solid pick.
I'm now at the phase. I have absolutely no idea.
See, it's like, okay, so we're down to all these people. I think that all of these people could, or at least most of them, could be targeted at the beginning for one reason or another, depending on who wins power initially. This is so tricky. Like, do I be bold? Because it's like the reality is like, I mean, at least according to the math, like it's probable that one of these people is going to win over the 4 that we already picked. So it's like not everybody here is a bad pick because one of them probably could win. So it's tricky, but I just don't know who. Oh my god!
Who are you taking? I literally just thought of like who I want to pick next, and I literally was like, okay, I think that's the next pick. And then I thought about it and I went, oh no.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Okay, who are you taking?
Okay. Oh, this could. Oh, this could end poorly. I know.
But
Okay.
so all of these picks could.
This is a strange pick, I think.
Ooh.
I looked at everybody here and I went, I think this is the person that has the potential, like that I don't see going extremely early. But I'm really, really worried because I have no idea how this person will stack up on this cast. Like it's been so long and I don't know how they will end up playing, especially with people who they haven't played before. But this person was like exceptionally good. Someone that I feel like we don't talk about enough from their original season. So I'm gonna go with Cassidy. And I'm really worried because she either could like just come in and like flop or like be really good. And I don't know because I feel like from what we've said to her so far, she's like excited.
She's ready.
I'm really scared, but that's my gut telling you that's who my next pick should be.
The only concern I have for Cassidy is that she becomes the memorial Juliet Morgan of season 5.
Yeah.
That is the only thing I worry for her.
I feel like she's more than that though.
I just hope, I mean, like I said, we talked about like who might have connections, who wouldn't have connections. I think that Cassidy is the least connected person on the cast. And that is just the one thing that's holding me back. But I do agree on every other aspect. She knows what she's doing. She's a great player.
Mm-hmm.
She's just gonna have to, like, there are a few people that like will come in on day one and be well enough established. She's gonna have to come in day 1, day 2, and like, great, let's make some friends. You know what I mean? But she can do it. Yeah.
You're up.
Okay. I have my next pick. I think in terms of you picking this person, I could probably leave this person on the board for a while and still get them later.
I don't think that's true because I see myself picking everybody here.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm like, that's why I'm not going to risk it. I think I'm just going to take this person now. I cannot believe these words are about to come out of my mouth. But after the times that this person has played multiple seasons before. In their first game, they made mistakes. In their second game, they did better, but they were still like the big name in that season. It's been a long time. Enough time has passed. All of this person's old allies and connections that I feel like if they came in with would have been like stigmatized with, of like, oh, it's this group again. That group's not here. It really is, in fact, just this person. I think that this can be a start a fresh new moment. And personally, if David Fassbender wins season 10, I want David Fassbender on my team. So I'm going with David.
There's no chance I would have left him to the end, by the way.
Really? Okay.
I feel that was smart.
For everything that it's worth, for the story arc that David has had and being the, like we talked about going into season 5, he was like the person that like really could not win in our opinion. I think he's got a very serious chance in my opinion.
Me too.
Especially if, like, even if the new school people or even if the old school people are coming after him, I would hope that they have their eyes set on the people that they know less than David.
And my heart really wants it to be like old school people being like, oh, you thought that you could like take this game from us?
No, I don't want
like,
that. I don't want
like
that
we
at all.
started it. Well, at least want it with like someone old winning, I think. Like, oh,
I'm
we
the new school person going home first, but
we started this game. Like that's what
yeah.
like we run this game. To be clear, I don't want like a season 1 through 5 alliance. That's not what I want. Who's texting me? No, Murph, you are not allowed to pregame or make group chats before tomorrow. Anyway. No. Okay, so it's my pick. Dang, I'm really excited for David. I worry that he could be getting in over his head
He's
in
very like I said, risky pick.
In a cast where a lot of people know a lot of people and he doesn't know a lot of people. That's what I worry about. I worry he could feel a little like overwhelmed, maybe. I don't know what the word is, but
see, I don't think David's gonna get overwhelmed. And if anything, I like his odds on a cast where people don't know him.
Oh, for sure.
Odds on a cast where people do.
For sure. Okay, so I get the next pick. So I don't know why this kind of plays into my reasoning, but I feel like, you know how season 8 we have like the cast is like really fun and nice at the end and they all like talk. I don't think this cast is going to be like that. Like, you know how like during the season, like season 8 during the season, it wasn't like very gung-ho. I guess like season 9, you know how the season 9 house chat during the season at like towards the end was like, oh, we're all like happy friends. I don't think that it's going to be like that. In my opinion, I think all these people are so different and have some idea of how the house has been before, but I don't think it's going to be like, I don't see these people like having chats every night. So that that is the reason. It sounds
I was gonna say like what? No, where are you going with this?
So that is the season. Sorry, that is the reason why I'm not picking some people. Because, well, I don't want to. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna stop there because I don't want you to. Anyway. Okay. I am going to pick someone that was underestimated the first time that they played. And I think that I do not want to underestimate them again, because although this is really risky because there are already a ton of people coming after them, I think they were severely underestimated by, like, me included, the first time, actually mostly me, the first time that they played. And throughout the entire season, they shocked me. Like, not even just in the beginning of like them being social and playing, like through the entire season shocked me. So there's already like at least 3 people I can think of that are coming after them to start.
Oh, damn it. You're about to pick the person that I want.
And I think that they can get out of it. Like, I think that although the odds are against them, I'm not going to underestimate them again. I feel like they can get out of it. I'm going to pick Matthew.
Yeah, good pick. I totally agree with you. I think coming into the season, I mean, obviously, Murph and Nora are at odds with him, and Kristen is not a big Matthew fan.
Yeah, it's Murph, Nora, and Kristen. That's what
However, with that being said, I really think so much of the season in terms of pre-existing enemies, with the exception of a few people, is really going to be like the devil you know is better than the devil you don't.
Mhm.
And as much as I like, do I think that Murph and Matthew are going to be like, let's put bygones aside and let's work together? No way. But do I think that after all of this buildup, they're going to come into the season and be like, I need to get you out and like tunnel vision on that and lose sight of everything else? No. So I think Matthew really has the chance to make inroads, as well as the fact that he, like we said last season, or not last season, like we said on his season, he was always the person, like him and Nora were truly the people that were always connected on all sides of the house. Between his alliance with Lily and the Nuclear Bomb Alliance and the Underdogs Alliance, and he just was getting information everywhere. And he knew, even with his closest allies, he knew when to just keep quiet just in case he needed to turn on. Like, you know what I mean? He never overshared. He's a really smart, tactful
Yeah,
player.
smart, I feel like is a good, like, oh my God. I feel like smart is not like a word I would throw around lately with a lot of people. Like even
A lot of people here just do, where
I feel
Matthew
like-
really thinks before
yeah.
he does.
I feel like smart and strategic are two different things. And
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
I think Matthew is smart but also I think he's also strategic. But
Yeah, I would have taken Matthew next. Great pick. His biggest obstacle is going to be overcoming the history of season 7. But like even in the last, like again, if this game happened at the time of season 8, even season 9, Matthew, I really think stands no shot on a cast with Murph, Nora, Kristen, people like that. However, in all of a sudden in this last month and a half, then like happy birthday, Murph.
yeah,
Like,
so
people,
true.
people like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's as much as me, like, I don't think people are best friends, but I don't think there's that current animosity there.
I don't think that Matthew is feeling the need to come after those three.
Exactly.
I think those three are feeling the need to go after Matthew, which is like so extra, but
we'll see. So yeah, I think great pick. Oh God. There's a couple of people that I'm looking at. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Let me just think. Let me go through like who do I not want?
I feel bad because this isn't like a shot at people. It's just
well, I'm sorry, like who do I know that I don't want over other people right now is what I'm going.
I know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Narrowing in on some people. Getting an idea. Okay. Okay. I'm ready to pick.
Thank God.
In my dreams of this season, don't ask me why. My dreams of this season, I've dreamt up an alliance that I go, these people will all get along really well. None of them know each other at all. But I see this alliance working together. I already have 2 of them on my team. I think I'm going to pick the third. And this is definitely the riskiest pick yet because...
Oh, I definitely know it's going to be. I know it's going to be based off of your team. I think.
Yep. I think this person, like I said, when we talked about Matthew, we were like, I think that the animosity is far enough behind them that like they won't come into this season tunnel vision on one plan, one person. No one's coming after them. Like they can kind of restart-ish. Wounds are fresh from season 9. And I do worry for our 2 season 9 people that they're going to be too focused going after each other. I hope that they get in the game and they're able to go like, listen, we don't need to only focus on taking each other out. That's all I hope. In terms of making connections, how well liked I think this person's going to be, I don't think this person's really going to be a target unless the other person like starts blabbing, which they might. But I'm hoping that it doesn't get too far because I don't think that the other person will have enough solid allies to like really make a gun. So I don't know. My gut tells me to pick Cade, and I'm gonna do it. So Cade is on the
Nobody here is a bad pick. So
yeah,
God.
the biggest worry for Cade is, my God, do Cade and Haley have it out for each other?
Yes.
They have it out for each other. And Haley is coming into this season with people that she can get against Cade if she really tries and needs to. Murph, Nora are two people right there. I just hope that Cade can get in with the right people. Like, what Cade cannot do is accidentally go to Murph and Nora and be like, great, so we should take out Haley. Like, that would be bad. So he's in a tricky spot, but like we said with like Matthew is someone that I see as smart. Cade is another person that I see as smart. Maybe not as like not the same kind of smart,
Yeah.
but it's like
what do you
Cade
say?
does. Like, there are some people on this cast and just in the general history that like will just like kind of spew information. Cade keeps everything really close and really social. And I think like that's gonna be the
He
thing
does.
that can really help you. So I feel good so long as Haley doesn't screw it up for him.
Yeah, my hope for this season is that people don't come in and they're like, okay, my only focus is going to be taking out my enemies from previous seasons. Like, I want new gameplay to develop. Would be nice. Okay, I get the next pick. Let's see. Okay. Oh gosh. See, okay, so I think where I screw myself every season is I try to pick like very under the radar, like who do I think will win type players. And then those players end up making it far, but they end up not being good. Sorry to all of my previous team members, but so I acknowledge that before my next pick, where I'm going to do the same exact thing. I think this person, Sky, I think you're gonna know who I'm gonna pick right away, but I think this person wasn't the best on their original season because the entire season was stellar. Like, the entire cast was probably the best in terms of like, I'm trying to form my words carefully. Best in terms of like strategic gameplay. I think that this season probably takes the cake, where all the players were like some of my favorites. So that's why I think this person might not be seen as good, because all of their season mates were amazing. That being said, this person is coming back and is ready to play. I am calling this person the Kelly Wentworth of this season, because I completely see, because this is what I thought of Kelly Wentworth from Survivor. She was on San Juan del Sur. She was pre-jury. She was kind of mad, like average white girl, you know. And then she got picked to play again, and she was like phenomenal. So with someone who is coming back without a handicap that she had before,
Okay, there we go.
I think she is very, 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 very excited to play. The only thing is, like, her first season, she wasn't the most strategic player. So I feel like to succeed, she would have to really amp that up. But I really have high hopes for Miss Riley McGee. I'm going to pick Riley.
There you go. Season 3 representation. Yeah, Riley's back.
Yeah.
I'll be really interested to see. My big hope for Riley is that her growth across season 3 was huge in terms of like where she started in the game and where she ended in the game.
It's also like, unfortunately, sorry, you can finish. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah. Where she started in the game, where she ended in the game. I hope for Riley's sake that day 1 of this game picks up from day 37 of season 3 and not day one of season 3. My
Yeah.
only worry is that we're going to revert back and have to go over that whole journey again. And granted, if we do, great, she's in a fantastic spot to win, but she can't be taken out before she, gets in there. So I agree. I like that pick.
I feel like first of all, it's been over 2 years since we last played. So it's like there's that time gap. But I feel like in my mind, like I feel like I often, like when I think of Riley as a game player, I think of her less than she actually was. Like I feel like in my mind, sometimes I feel like, oh, she was just like there to be there. But she stayed up for almost 24 hours to win a competition to come back into the game. Like I forget that sometimes, that she like is there to win. And I think that she's also like, nobody's going to be like, we need to take out that game bot Riley McGee. Like,
And she is coming into the season. She's got Dan, who I think will be very happy to work with her. And with Dan comes people
lot
like
of people.
Olivia, and Kristen already knows her. She was in the same class at school with Victoria. She's friends with Alex from Cape and Sword. So like she has people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I feel happy about that. Okay. Oh my God. I look at some of these people and I'm like, how did we not pick them yet?
Okay. Wow. Damn. Oh gosh. Oh God. Okay. No. I don't know. No. Narrowing it down. Oh God, I really don't know who I want to pick.
And I don't even know like who I want to leave at the end.
I'm looking at this and it's like, wow, you really do have the people that I think are going to be really like come out as really strong players, and they could go really early, or the fact that they're the strong players could make it to the end. You have the people that I think statistically the odds are that they've gone far before and they're going to go far again. But can they win? This is a winner takes all draft.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I think I'm going to do this. I've got all guys on my team right now.
Yeah.
So we're not going to go down that road again. I think this person, if we look at their history of the game, had they won one more competition, wins the season twice. By those odds alone, even if I think like, oh, but does she have what it takes to win? Clearly she does. She could have easily done it twice. She's very connected. I feel good about her. And I think she is coming into this season at her best. I think that she, in terms of strategy, like I think she now like really is ready to like play. We saw it in season 7 that like she had a great strategic game. This is the first time we're seeing her with Dan. We've been waiting for this moment to happen. At this point, it should be clear who I'm taking. If you know the history of the seasons and these people, I'm going to go with Kristen.
Yeah, that's a solid pick.
I think so. There you go.
You're totally right. If she was only better at crosswords.
Literally,
I really hope
Kristen could have been a 2-time winner.
I really hope. Well, she wouldn't have been on season 7, but.
Well, you know what I mean. Like in general.
I really hope that she gets to the end. Like, okay, there are a lot of like good like story tying seasons, like story tying endings to the season. I think Kristen getting to the end, winning the crossword competition, and then winning the season would be like a good, like nice little knot on the storyline. But I think that's a really solid pick. I'm actually in distress right now because I don't know who I want.
The only worry I have for Kristen is with season 7, she was able to come in pretty fresh and play her own game. And I worry that Kristen's connections actually hinder her. I worry that Dan
He
maybe
has like
outruns
clashing
her.
connections. Yeah.
I worry that like K-Pow, like I just worry that she gets set in those and doesn't actually play her own game.
Mhm.
So as long as she's able to still play Kristen's game and align with Murph and Nora and align with Dan still and align with K-Pow still and just spread the wealth, I
Oh my
hopefully
God.
she'll be good.
I'm gonna be watching this in like a few months and be like, stupid, why didn't you pick them? But I don't know who it is. Okay. Okay. This, oh God. This is a bold pick. um Same, oh, you're gonna know exactly what it is again. Same deal. One more competition. She wins like probably our first unanimous vote. Depending like probably. An amazing strategic, physical, social, like she does it all. Like she has everything. The only reason I haven't picked her is because she is so cocky right now. And I'm so scared. But I wouldn't want it any other way. Like I'm picking Olivia Wick. That is who Olivia Wick is. Like I wouldn't want it any other way. But part of me, like, so I'm like, okay, that worries me because she could come out of the gate and be like going home immediately, like within the first few weeks. But part of me is like, I don't know. Like, what if she could do it again? Like, she was like that in season 8. Like, that's how she presented herself in season 8 for the most part. So I'm like, what is different this time? What is different? She has more people that she knows. I don't think her and Rocky are going to be against each other like a lot of the other season pairs are. I think they're actually going to be together.
I think they're going to be paired together.
She's got Dan. With that, she's got Kristen. She knows a lot of other people that are down. Like she knows that. I'm trying to like who did Haley knows that she's on the season, which means that they have some sort of connection.
No, that was Nora found, or Murph and Nora somehow found out.
No, I think Molly and Haley found out, and then they told Murph and Nora.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I don't know exactly how that happened.
Because Molly and Nobody know each other.
Oh yeah, they went to grade school together.
Yeah.
So I guess that's how that happened. So I held off on picking her for a very long time. But like in a season where everybody is crazy, could Queen Crazy herself win the season? Like not crazy, but like could Queen cocky, confident, comp beast herself win the season in a season where everybody is like that? We shall see. Yeah. Go ahead.
I have my concerns about Olivia. I won't lie. And that's for everything that you said. Like I picked Rocky for equating Rocky to like, I think Rocky truly is the Maeve of this season. If I had to compare it to our last All-Stars, I worry that Olivia is going to be like the Kate to Dan's Dan. And I worry that Dan and Olivia could be the next coming of the season 3 alliance.
Oh my God.
So that's like, only this time, I don't think Dan is the big, oh, Dan's been nominated. I worry that it's going to be Olivia. Olivia is the person that they're going to get the reaction out of, or like get the reaction of the crowd.
But also, if there was one person that I think could win every single competition until the end, I think it's Olivia. Like, I think she can win her way out of something.
Interesting.
Like, out of everybody here, if I had to pick one person that wins a competition every week, I'd place not that that's going to happen, but if there was one person I had to pick to do that, I would pick Olivia.
My money's on Alex.
I think Olivia takes it, but
so That's my only concern. But here's the thing also. With many of these players, this is not like a points draft where like you want to guarantee people that go far. Yes, Olivia, I think there's a great chance that she goes out one of the first 3 boots. But her odds to win, I think, are like if we're only looking at people that they've already made it to the final 2, who's going to win the game? I think Olivia's odds to win in that position are higher than a lot of people. And at that point, you do have to risk the maybe first place than the probably second place. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that's how I feel about Olivia in terms of that pick.
You're right.
Okay. I think it's now time for me to pick this person. I've been holding off because I've been nervous, but I think this is the right time. They've kind of been picked right in a row. I just picked Kristen. You just picked Olivia Wick. I'm gonna finish out that little trio. I'm gonna pick Dan. I think Dan has learned since season 5. I think season 5 was a good preparation and wake up call as to what an all-star season may be like. Because Dan, in terms of strat, like Dan ran season 3. It was him and Juliana that like really ate that up. And Juliana just sniped him at the end, but had certain comps worked out differently. It could have been the other way around. Had Dan not played season 5, I would have really worried for him, but I think his kind of not legacy, his threat level has been toned down. And I don't think people remember Dan as being the super uber crazy strategic hustler that he was in season 3. And I hope that's the Dan that we get. Because I think that Dan can win the season if he's able to keep it under wraps. He's got enough connections. I think he can do it. Yeah, I'm going with Dan.
Good pick. Yeah. I'm nervous for him again, but
Interesting. Okay.
we shall see. I'm excited.
I'm not nervous with him for the people that were on 5 before. Because I think people like say like Anthony or even Alex go better to work with you than the people that I don't know. Like at least for the early game. You know what I mean? And that's why I worry for Olivia more. I worry Olivia doesn't know as many people and is also like big flashy target. So we'll see.
Yes. This is really hard because for a season with all new people, we can be like, oh, first impressions weren't great. But it's like I have to judge these people on.
I know where you're going.
I literally do not have a pick in my head. I do not have a pick in my head. I don't even know who I'm going to pick yet. I could see myself picking any of these 6 people. It's so hard because now I have to judge people based off their past gameplay, and I have to be like, your gameplay wasn't as good as these other people, which I don't want to do. Or like how I think of them as players in the game. So like if you like, I would be shocked if you showed me this yesterday and been like, these are the last 6 people, to be honest. I'm a little nervous here. Okay. I should probably pick a guy. Okay, so my comment before was I don't think this season is going to be very gung-ho. Let's talk. The reason why I didn't initially pick Armani
I was gonna pick him next.
was because he is very like talk in the house chat, have fun, but I don't think the house chat is going to be very receptive to that. Like, I don't know why I'm thinking that, but like that's just my initial like read on this dynamic of players. So that's why I was worried picking Armani. The thing is, the positives of Armani He is very, very excited to come back. He has basically been given the crash course. Like he knows he played 2 seasons in a row. He knows what his mistakes were. He's had a whole entire year to think about them. He played back to back, so he didn't really get that time in season 7. And he's been watching, which I think this is a plus. He's been watching every season or seasons 8 and 9 since he was evicted. And I think he's probably gone back to the wiki and like taken a look a little bit at the last seasons. So that's a plus. I worry that he is someone that comes out of the gate too strong because he doesn't know who he's dealing with. Like he doesn't know he came back on season 7 and I think he thinks that's like what a returning season is like, but it is far different this time. And I worry that he has a false idea of what this is going to be like and the caliber of the game. So I'm a little nervous that he's going to come out too strong and not really play entirely smart at first. But he is someone that I could see in the end. So there we go.
Just watching Armani's intro video, literally it is crazy that like Armani said it. Armani said this himself. I'm not prescribing this for Armani, but Armani is like, from the first time I've played, I've grown up so much. And I think that's going to be the big, like, I feel like Armani like is, not that he wasn't mature before, but it is like much more of like a grounded, is ready to like play. So I think that's a great pick. I think Armani is one to be underestimated this season because I do think Armani comes into the season, and if you look at season 6 and 7, you see like strategic but messy goofball. And I don't think that's the Armani that we're going to get this season, which I'm very excited for. So yeah, good pick. I would have taken Armani next.
Okay, now take someone so that I don't have to choose between these 5 people.
I have literally no idea. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my
You hear my
god.
mom in the background?
Mm-mm.
Okay, she's like screaming.
Oh gosh. Okay, I'm kind of stuck between 2 people. But I have no idea what to do. No, I have no idea.
Okay, wait. I just take a break from what you were doing. Alex just said,
Oh, I saw that.
I'm fully staring off into the ocean right now, strategizing, and I just remembered what this feeling was. That's so funny. And I'm really excited that that's coming back. Oh my god.
I have no idea. Okay. Oh my god, I cannot believe I'm about to do this. I cannot believe these words are coming out of my mouth right now. I'm gonna vomit as I say it.
Oh my god.
I'm picking Murph.
Honestly, he would have been my next pick.
Listen.
That was so mean.
No, I say this as a joke and with love, because for as much crap as we give Murph for like, oh, you don't get your photos in on time, oh, you did not deserve 4 votes in season 7, blah blah blah, yada yada. Murph is showing up this season, like for all intents and purposes. The game that I think we're about to see from Murph is not like, oh, we're seeing Murph come back again. This is a new player that we're about to see.
Murph.
Season 4 was like ditzy, we don't know what was happening. And that's not his fault because no one did. Season 7, he was like, oh, this is fun. Like for all intents and purposes.
And that's how he came into season 7, but like quickly saw the vibe.
He's coming in ready. He's got an axe to grind because he truly does. And listen, while I do think that Lily did deserve to win season 7, Murph was 1 vote away, and that cannot be taken away from him because and I will give credit when credit is due, his final plea was one of the best final pleas I've ever seen ever. Like literally, I'm sitting there on the scene going, could Murph win this? After thinking that he had no chance, he's coming in ready to play. So the reason I was hesitant to pick him wasn't because I was worried he wasn't going to do anything, but quite the opposite. I worry he's going to do too much. And we've seen Murph when Murph is passionate.
Mm-hmm.
I worry for that. And I worry that you've already got people like Alex that are like, it would be fun to take out Murph, even though they're connected. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think if Murph gets to the end, he does, after seeing what he did in season 7 and knowing the game that he's going to try and play this time, he has a serious shot to win it. I hope for him that he can get there. Because I think between Matthew, I just think Murph is.
Put Murph in there twice.
I just think Murph is going to be kind of like Olivia, just a fun person to take out for people. But we'll see. I do have faith in Murph.
Murph is gonna take this late pick like exactly the wrong way. And he's
listen, the late pick in season 7 was strictly, we were like, oh, why did we bring him back? He's not gonna do anything. The late pick this time is why we picked David late in season 5, is why we picked James late in season 5. It's because he's gonna come out and he's gonna play, but between him playing hard and him being a very recent good runner-up, I worry for him.
Yes, so he's gonna take this the wrong way. But the reason that I left him is because I think the same thing. I think that his alliance members are going to be the ones to take him out. And I think there are people that will take him out early. And that's like, I don't think that's the reason that he thinks that he's going to be picked late. Like he's going to see this draft image before we share this video probably. And he's going to be like, oh my God, I was picked late again, blah, blah, blah. But it's totally like not like for that reason at all. He is really, really, really excited to play again. And because he is so excited, I am so excited to see him play. I really worry for him though. Because like, in all honesty, I think you're right. I could see Alex being like, oh, Murph is the one that like thinks he knows everything that's going on right now. Like it's not happening.
I worry from Murph's coming into the season just a little cocky.
And also we were both on call with Murph and Nora last night. Like, I mean,
I get stuck with someone. Anyway.
Yeah, you pick first. You should get stuck with someone.
Yeah, but with an 18-person cast, it's different. Anyway.
I mean, okay. So obviously Murph and Nora are dating currently. Obviously, they know each other is playing. Like, there's nothing we could do to stop that from happening. But so we've gotten the chance to talk with them like both at the same time. I think that they're both very worried that being together is going to put a huge target on their backs. I think that they will be, I think above all else, even if they are not the strongest duo, they could be seen as the strongest duo. Simply because they met on season 7. It's been a whole year. They're still together. They were playing together on season 7 as well. It's not like they just like met there. They were like the duo of like a power duo of season 7. So that's why I'm also worried is that if they are seen like that, I think Murph will be the one to be taken out and not Nora.
I agree.
So that's why I worry. But I definitely would have picked him next. But now I can't. So oh God, I want all these people.
I do have to. wrap
Yeah,
it up.
I'll speed up. Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm honestly like kind of surprised that this person hasn't been taken yet. I think that with who they know, they could be going far this season. I think that we just need to see like a little bit more with them with the last time that they played. So I'm gonna pick Haley. Yeah. I think her connections are strong. We again underestimated her last time. She was in the back of the pack. Actually, she's the last pick last time. So yeah.
Yeah, I think Haley is one of, at least coming out of season 9, is one of the most strategic players. The only thing I worry for Haley, I'm gonna use a fun metaphor. I see Haley as being like the valedictorian of her public high school about to go to an Ivy League. And she's gonna be like middle to bottom of the class. Especially if right now, I really think Murph and Nora, as aligned with her as they are, like they're not gonna ever protect Haley over each other. I think Murph goes out of his way to protect Alex more than he protects him. So like I just worry that Haley is gonna get looped in with this crowd and it's just gonna be on the bottom of the totem pole. And in that position, I don't know what she can do to win. I have great faith that she's going to go far. Granted, if Cade does not get numbers against her, which is also a possibility. But I worry that with this cast, Haley's actually going to go backwards in terms of her gameplay. And I hope she's able to not just fall into the Murph Nora crowd and is able to branch out past there. But if we're looking at season 9, once she fell in with Molly and then eventually Cade, like she did just kind of like her social game, her strategic game was great, but her social game was not something that we raved about in season 9. And I worry about that for her for season 10. So that was the only reason I haven't picked Haley yet.
Okay, you're doing.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go with this person. I'm gonna be real. If they get to the end, I think they can easily win. Let me start over. Of these 3 people, I think there's a good chance that 2 of them could get to the end, but, and granted the game hasn't happened yet, but I don't see either of the other 2 getting votes to win the game and giving a good speech to earn it. Whereas this other person, I think if they get to the end, are going to be very well respected for what they were able to do. Not that the other 2 wouldn't be. Let me start over one more time. I think this person is a big.
I know who you're going to pick. Just
if they get to the end, they're going to have a great case for it. They're not going to float to the end. I really think that there are very few. I think if this person gets to the end, they're going to have a good chance to get the votes to win. However, I think that of these 3 people, they're actually the least likely to get to the end. But we're not picking who's going to get to the end. We're picking who's going to win. So I am going to pick Anthony. I think he's got a serious uphill battle ahead of him in terms of being able to get there, because I think that Alex alone is a big enough enemy of like someone who's like not going to really want to work with him. But then again, I feel like Alex would work with him for the meme. So I don't know. I feel okay about Anthony's chances, but not. I'm not confident in this pick. No offense, Anthony.
Yeah. I think the last we've seen of Anthony has left a bad taste in our mouth, but we also have to remember the 2 3/4 seasons that came before that. So that's why I think that how he left off wasn't great. And to be fair, like the people that he played with the first time, like a lot of them aren't here. Like a lot of the people he leaned on, Aaron, Victoria's here, I guess. I'm mainly thinking of Aaron, I guess. Aaron, David's here. I mean, like he's not used to this crowd of people. Seasons 1 and 2 were basically the same thing, and season 5 was pretty much the same thing as well, with the same groups from seasons 1 and 2. So I also agree that he is an uphill battle. So I'm a little worried. And I get the last pick. Okay. I mean, there's 2 people left, so let me just give my thoughts on both. I worry for Maris because I think that I said this last time. I think she won't connect well with the people here. And to be fair, I think the reason that she really gotten good, well, I mean, it wasn't her like so her social game wasn't really that great. The reason that she really got in with the crowd was because there was a huge alliance, and she really got there. Like her strategic game is great, like probably one of my favorites. But like I said, I think this season's really going to start out social, and that's going to get you into the like you're going to be qualified for the strategic portion of this game. So that's where I worry with Maris. But I do not think for 1 second that her strategic game will lack her this season. I think that she's shocked us completely by working with Sean. I would not be surprised if something like that happens again this season, in terms of how she presents her strategic gameplay. Victoria, on the other hand, hasn't played. She's the person that has gone without playing the longest since season 2. I worry for her. This is a completely different ballgame than season 2 was. Completely different. So I worry for Victoria that she will not be able to keep up with how the game has evolved and changed. She's playing with mostly people she doesn't know, which has never happened for her before. I don't know how she's going to integrate with people who don't really know her or she doesn't know. I'm going to pick Maris, actually. She was actually my second. I left you with the other person last time, I think. I think that's happening again, which is funny.
Yes. So yeah, kind of the same thing. I actually, for what it's worth, I agree with you. Maris's strategic game is the strongest aspect of the game, but I'm actually not doubting her social game. I do think that her social game in season 6, we don't think of it as being good, but I think we don't think of it as being good because it wasn't conventional in terms of just like Maris's social game wasn't being well liked by everyone in season 6. But what it was talking to people. And listen, whether you say it's a good thing or not, she is good at bonding with people over not liking other people. And listen, it worked with her to get, when people were against Henry, and then when people were against Sean, and then it worked with her to get in with Sean to get against the rest of the house. So like, if there's someone that she can just like, look at that person, she could be sad. I worry for Maris, and the only reason I have not picked Maris is I don't know much, and this is not a.
You have to say that again because I did not hear you.
I don't know who on a jury. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't know who on a jury gives Maris the vote unless she comes out and plays the best game you've ever seen. I have a tough time believing that Maris is going to be the winner.
If she plays the same kind of dirty game, I think season 6 didn't respect that. we'll see about season 10 and who's on the jury.
I don't know. And that's not to say also, I think Maris is another likely early boot. I think there's a chance that if she doesn't get in good early, she's gonna be screwed. So we'll see. I hope for her that she does, because I'm really excited to see Maris play again.
Me
Made me
too.
worry. And I'm with Victoria. Victoria is someone that I hope is going to be the dark horse of the season. That we don't see coming. Victoria hasn't played in a while. The biggest concern I have for Victoria is I think a lot of her gameplay in the past seasons have kind of been asking people, okay, what are we doing? Instead of actively coming up with things. So I do think that she has a good chance to get to the end. However, I don't know if she, based off of how we've seen her play in the past, if she's going to have the ability to win the game. And I also think she's another one like, kind of like how I see Cassidy, where she doesn't get in good early, where Victoria doesn't talk to enough people on her own early. I worry that she could be like land somewhere where she did in season 1, just kind of like a mid pre-jury boot when the main target can't go home, and okay, I guess we'll get rid of Victoria. I worry that she's going to fall into that spot, but she is fun. I hope people really love her, because Victoria is one of the most fun people on this planet that like I know and I love and I adore. And I think this cast could feel the same way. And this is the same thing with Riley. A lot of this cast that know Victoria, I don't think have talked or seen in Victoria a lot lately. So I think like people like Victoria and Riley, it's going to be like a, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And like I think that alone is going to save them for at least like week 1. You know what I mean?
I do. We didn't talk about this much. I do also worry about Anthony and Victoria's relationship.
I worry, and I worry for Victoria's end of it, because I worry that it's going to be the same thing in season 2, where Anthony is going to run the show and Victoria might not be seen as much of a front runner.
But yeah, that's really exciting.
I'm so excited for this season.
I'm not really excited.
I can't believe that this time in 2 days, maybe 3 days, we'll be filming our first rankings for these people. And in 3 days, one of them will be out of the running and one of our teams will be down a member.
Yeah, I have all the girls except 2 and you have all the guys except 2.
I was going to say, I was like, oh, I really
That was totally not intentional. That was like
team boys. Kristen was the only girl that I myself picked. Misogyny. Which is weird. And that wasn't even based off of like, I think a guy's gonna win this season. It just kind of happened how it happened.
Yeah, I agree.
Alrighty. Until rankings.
All right. Good luck, everybody. You're only watching this after the season ends, but good luck. So excited. Okay, bye.